They noticed him because something felt off. Not loud, not obvious, just wrong. He didn't haggle the way men usually did, didn't rush, didn't posture. The market was thick with noise, shouting, boots scraping dirt, numbers thrown around like nothing mattered. He moved through it slowly, too slow, hands behind his back, face calm, eyes clear. No hunger in him. That alone drew looks. He stopped at families. Not strong men. Not young women. Families. A mother clutching a child like the world might steal them mid-breath. A father standing stiff, jaw locked, refusing to beg. The man studied them longer than was comfortable, not soft, not cruel either, measured, like he knew this choice would follow him long after today. When he spoke, he didn't raise his voice. He paid full price. Sometimes more. Sellers blinked, smiled too fast, took the money before anything changed. Money like that doesn't get questioned. Still, eyes stayed on him, because buyers always want something in return. Power, control, ownership. He wanted none of it. No shouting, no chains added, no families split apart. He didn't command them, just nodded, told them to walk, past the stalls, past the noise, past the men who suddenly stopped talking as they passed. That silence spread. People whispered, a man buying whole families, a man who didn't resell, didn't brag, didn't explain, he came back again. Alone, always alone. Mercy like that makes people nervous. They started counting. How many, how often, where he went after, someone tried to laugh it off. The laugh died halfway out. Another muttered that nobody spends money like that without a reason. Eyes followed him now. From doorways, from ledgers, from men who hated disruption. The market had rules even if they were never written down, and he was breaking them quietly. That was worse than violence. By morning the families were gone, no chains recovered, no rumors, no resale. Just absence. And absence unsettles people. Someone finally asked him why. He didn't answer. He counted his coins instead, once, twice, then turned back toward the stalls already searching. That's when curiosity hardened. He changed after that. No lingering. No pauses. He came early, bought fast, left before faces settled on him too long. Money moved clean, coins counted once, never again. The families followed without questions. He never promised anything. Promises leave tracks. Hope spoken aloud weighs too much. He led them through back roads, borrowed wagons, nights where names didn't exist. Always forward. Always quiet. He knew which papers mattered, which didn't. Which records vanished if the right clerk spilled ink at the right time, receipts blurred, names faded, destinations shifted mid-journey. By the time questions formed, there was nothing to grab. The families disappeared into places that didn't ask, homes that never wrote letters, doors that opened once. He stayed just long enough to be sure no one followed. Then he left. Alone. No goodbyes. Gratitude makes people sloppy. Each success sharpened the danger. Because even buried victories make noise. Numbers stopped lining up. Ledgers thinned. Routes went quiet. Someone noticed families weren't coming back. Someone remembered the man who paid too clean. He felt it before he saw it. Rooms going quiet when he entered. Smiles arriving late. His reflection lingering in glass like someone stood behind him. He stopped sleeping in one place. Stopped carrying what he couldn't burn. He trusted no one, especially the ones he paid. Still, he kept going. Because every time fear loosened its grip on a family, even for a breath, he told himself it was worth it. One more, just one. That lie became necessary. Hope lived between his fear, small, weak, real. Paranoia wrapped around it tight. Footsteps matching his pace, wagons reappearing on familiar roads, questions asked by men pretending not to care. Someone was mapping him. The circle tightened, but the market was still open. Families were still waiting. And he wasn't finished. Then it stopped feeling accidental. Same faces, different places, same eyes. Traders tracked him before he spoke. Officials lingered where they never had. Rival buyers hovered close, listening. Patterns. He cut routes shorter, changed timing, paid more to leave faster, every move compressed, less air. He handed families off sooner now, too soon. That part hurt. Questions came wrapped in politeness. Why families? Where are they going? He answered none of it. Silence was safer, but silence feeds hunger. A clerk refused his money. An official asked for papers he'd never needed. A trader warned him, quietly, that disruption without control makes enemies. That word stayed. Controlled. One night someone followed him openly. No hiding, just steady steps. A test. He turned. The steps stopped. The man smiled like this was friendly. Later, help was offered. Protection, connections, faster paths. At a price. He didn't ask what. He knew. Help always tightens into a leash. Anyone strong enough to protect him could turn him into something else. That frightened him more than pursuit. So he cut deeper. Burned names, maps, routes built over months. People he paid couldn't find him. Safe places went dark. His world shrank to memory and what he could carry. Alone felt safer. But safety has a scent. Predators notice. The market closed around him. Prices shifted. Families were moved early. Sellers demanded explanations instead of money. Someone asked for proof. Proof he could never give. Then one night, his door stood open. Nothing stolen. Nothing broken. Just a chair moved. A message. He stood there, listening to his breathing, knowing something had changed. This wasn't about stopping him anymore. Someone wanted him close. To study him. Or own him. Either way, the watching was done. They were choosing. The next deal felt wrong immediately. Too clean. Too easy. No arguing, no raised prices. The seller wouldn't meet his eyes. A family stood ready, bags packed like instructions had already been given. He paid anyway. Walking away would have echoed louder. He took a route he barely knew, trees closed in. Road narrowed, sound vanished. Then the wagon behind them stopped. On purpose. Men stepped out, not traders, not guards, clean boots, calm faces. Papers appeared that should not exist. Names, routes, payments, his work laid bare. Someone talked. The family was taken aside. Gently, that was the worst part. He reached out once, stopped. Any movement would end them. He watched them disappear. That quiet stayed with him. The men spoke softly, offered structure, supervision, a way to continue, said his methods were impressive, useful. But not on his terms. They knew where the others were, all of them. One word and doors would open the wrong way. That was the leash. They let him walk, wanted him to think, to come back willingly. By nightfall, the market knew something broke. Doors closed, routes vanished, trusted faces looked away. Betrayal moves fast. He sat alone and counted what remained. Not money. Time. 2 choices. Burn it all publicly or vanish so completely there'd be nothing left to punish. No trail, no man, no reason to touch the families already free. He didn't sleep. Before dawn, he destroyed the last of it. Names, maps, paths that lived only in his head, left money where it would be found by people who wouldn't ask. By morning, he was gone. Not toward safety. Toward erasure. After that, his name stopped working. He didn't fail where expected. Didn't run where predicted. Didn't plead. He just ended. His room was empty. Too clean, no rush, no panic, like someone who knew what hunters search for. They looked anyway, markets, roads, ports, taverns. His face passed hand to hand. Quiet man, careful eyes. No one truly saw him. Stories surfaced, then collapsed. A river dragged, nothing found. A body would have closed it. This didn't. The families stayed free. No raids, no sudden visits, as if a choice had been made to let it rest. That frightened people more than revenge, because it meant the threat was gone. Or unreachable. Ledgers stayed thin, names missing, roots dead, curiosity was discouraged, quietly. Then even that stopped. Time passed. He became a rumor told wrong on purpose. Some said he died, some said he escaped, some said he never existed. That lie was easiest. But sometimes, late at night, something didn't fit. A family never reclaimed, a door that stayed shut, a name that never returned. Absence leaves marks. No grave, no blood, no ending anyone would swear to. Just a clean cut. Whether he chose to vanish or it was forced stopped mattering. The system lived on, but it carried a scar it couldn't explain. And somewhere beyond reach and record, lives unfolded that were never meant to exist. Because one man learned the only way to win was to disappear so completely that even history couldn't sell him back.